we have our next in-studio guest. We have Miss Marci Mauro from Pacific Southwest Realty Services. Welcome, Marci.
Thanks, Barry.
Great. So tell us a little bit about Pacific Southwest. It sounds like real estate, but it's not.
It sounds like real estate, but it's not. What we do is commercial mortgage financing. So we're looking at any kind of commercial real estate property transaction. It can be retail, office, it can be apartments, it can be industrial, it can also be equity transactions. So we will finance those loans.
Great. So, I'm just thinking about, we had Wendy on just a second ago, and, she can help people, you help people, real estate investors, more so than, you don't do any of the residential real estate financing, correctly?
It's got to be 5 or more units.
5 or more units.
To be multifamily.
Okay. And that's where a lot of people are going for, real estate investment these days, is it not?
Oh, it's tremendous. It's such an exciting time in the industry right now because property values are high, interest rates are low, cap rates are down. Wendy mentioned about 2007 and how, it was a difficult time and some of these properties from peak to trough, they went down maybe 40%. Well, the high quality properties have bounced back quickly. And the secondary and tertiary properties are a little bit slower, but they're all back. So it's just a prime time right now.
Interesting.
Boy, I'm excited just hearing you talk about it. Now, that also includes multi-use as well, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And in talking about refinancing, even if a property has a prepay, some of these deals that can be easily prepaid, they're refinancing now. Some of the debts that may not come due until 2016 or 2017. By refinancing now, interest rates are low. The U.S. Treasury today was 2.14%.
Oh, wow.
Amazing, right? So we have this one owner that's refinancing now. His debt's not due till 2017, and he's saving $2 million over the life of the loan.
Wow. Hello.
Can I have some of that?
I know, right?
We're talking math. We're talking money.
That's right. Wow. How'd you get in this business?
Fascinating. I was on a bike ride.
Okay.
I was on a bike ride with...
Something I know an awful lot of your history of there.
With one of the principals, Jim Mulvihill. The Mulvihill family started Pacific Southwest Realty, and they're just an integral part of the fabric of our community. And they have a great value proposition because we have 23 correspondent lender relationships, and those are life insurance companies. There's huge benefits in working with life insurance companies when you're trying to finance your commercial property. One is that they're non-recourse, they're fixed rate, they're long-term. So you can get a 10, 15, 20-year loan. That gives you a great flexibility in cash flow. Also, we can lock rate at application. So whatever that rate is today at app is what you're locking your rate in for. There's no guessing as to, after 30, 60 days, close, whatever. And also, we can forward the loan. So say you have a prepay and the loan's due, we can forward up till 12 months. And you just pay a few basis points a month and you lock the rate. So huge benefits there. And as an athlete, I understand that when you're not entitled to the business. So you have to have a value proposition and you have to work harder than everybody else.
Right.
Other than apartments, Marci, what else do you do? Or 5 units or more?
So we'll do office. Right now, apartments and central business district office properties their values are exceeding or equal to the levels back in 2007. We'll do multi-use, as you said, Andrea. We'll do warehouses, industrial, multi-tenant, any kind of commercial real estate transaction.
Do you work with the Small Business Administration, a 504 loan? Or?
We'll do the 504s or the 7As, yes.
Okay, great. Wonderful.
Yep, you're listening to Close Up on San Diego Business here on KCBQ, streaming live at AM1170, Give us a tweet at CloseUpSD. Email me at barry@closeupsandiego.com or find our page on Facebook. We want to hear from you. I'm your host, Barry Waxler, here with Andrea Kay, Urban Miares, and from Pacific Southwest Realty Services, Miss Marci Mauro. Okay, Marci. So I have to throw some kudos your way, okay, because you helped one of my clients just recently, even though you didn't get the business. Okay, so one of my clients called me up and said, I want to buy this apartment building inside my retirement plan.
Okay.
Right? And everybody I've talked to said, because I need to take income out of the property, I can't use my retirement plan because it turns the retirement plan into a self-dealing issue. And, of course, they came to me last, okay?
Oh, yeah.
And I said, it's easy. Let me make a phone call. So I called Marci. Marci, did just a little bit of background research to see what she could do. And I went back to the client and I said to the client, your answer is really simple. Get non-recourse financing direct to the retirement plan, and then when you take income, he was like 5 or 6 months away from being 59 and a half, so that he's close enough to avoid the tax penalty of taking income out. But now, if the retirement plan gets the financing and all the income comes to the retirement plan because everything is owned by the retirement plan, then he just strips the income out of the retirement plan. He gets everything he wants. He said to me, you can do that? And I said, well, this is my information. And anyway, so we're putting them together with Strazzeri Mancini just to get some, final opinions. But so thank you, Marci.
Absolutely.
So
that's what we're here for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Secret here is I've known Marci for a good number of years. Mm-hmm. She kicks my tail every time I get into the spin class. So I don't go into the 5:45 spin class anymore. I don't get up that early anymore.
That's
Painful.
right. That's 5:45 a.m.
Oh, a.m.
Yes.
Wow.
Just getting up at that time is painful.
I thought spin class was painful enough. Then they're going to do that to you at 5:45 in the a.m. Are you mad, woman? That is just insane.
Well, Marci, tell everybody a little bit about your background. You've got a very strong athletic background, and that leads you into some of the stuff you do with nonprofits too.
Very true. So I raced professionally, triathlon and cycling. And I was very fortunate. I was on the U.S. national team and on the U.S. World Triathlon teams. And I've carried that over in trying to give back to the community. I have done a lot of work with Pedal the Cause, which is a nonprofit that raises money for cancer research at our 3 local cancer centers. Their premier fundraiser is a cycling weekend. And so in trying to go into corporations and get them to create corporate teams and just getting everybody, that San Diego is such a huge cycling community. So that's one way that I use my athletics to try and give back. I'm also on the board of directors for Girls on the Run,
which we talked about a few weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, an amazing organization where they're promoting health and wellness for 3rd to 8th grade girls. There's a curriculum to help them with dealing with bullying and peer pressure, et cetera, while they train to run a 5K. So
awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal. And so my athletic background has gone from racing to really trying to give back and help other people through my athletics.
Right.
Do you also think that the mental toughness that comes from that's involved in any type of athletics helps you for this is a tough business. I mean, even though it's an exciting time in San Diego and you guys do phenomenal work and you have great offerings to people financially, still a tough business, right?
It's a really tough business. And I have to say that primarily the biggest things from being an athlete, I would say, is discipline, focus, and that work ethic. There aren't a lot of women in the industry.
Right.
It is a tough industry.
Mm-hmm.
Understanding that you're not entitled to the business and
right.
It's just a matter of working harder. It's just like a race. Everybody's trained. Everybody shows up at the start line, but who wants it more?
Mm-hmm.
So discipline is just a tremendous factor. Also, I love numbers. I love crunching numbers. As Barry said, I was a tutor and a math teacher. When calculating the discount cash flow for a loan, it's a geometric series. It's in a spreadsheet. It's in a formula, but I want to do it by hand.
Oh, wow. I love a gal who gets excited about that, right? And your clients must love that, too. They must see that you have an excitement, actually, and an enthusiasm for this business. I mean, I can feel it, right?
Oh, thank you. It's wonderful because you're really helping people, whether they're a neophyte borrower or a sophisticated borrower. You're helping them to understand not just how we clear the market, but understanding what are the things in the loan that they can negotiate and what are the terms and what's most important to you, what's going to affect you over the long term, over the life of the loan.
Sounds like there's more negotiability in the commercial finance than there is in the residential finance.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Yeah.
Or do you agree or disagree?
I haven't done residential, so I couldn't really give a...
Yeah, well, residential, there are, you've got, 1,000, 2,000, 10,000 residential loans to every commercial loan that comes out. So, I think that there's probably more competition for that commercial finance to get those loans. So
in terms of the terms of the loan, there's different things that work best for that borrower. So since we have 23 correspondent lenders, we can go to at least 23 different companies to try and clear the market, and different terms are more important to different people. Right. So when I say negotiating terms, it's putting together the package so that it's ideal for that specific borrower.
And it's really up to you to find the lender that fits the borrower the best, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
So, hey, we're starting to run a little bit short on time. Tell our listeners how they find out more information about Pacific Southwest and what you do. Great.
Thanks, Barry. So Pacific Southwest Realty Services, PSRS, PaulSamRogerSam.com. You can find me on LinkedIn, Marci Mauro, Marci Mauro. You also can find me on October 9th. There's a Southern California Sales and Marketing Summit at the Del Mar Marriott, and I am on the panel.
Oh, great. Wow, wonderful.
I am representing a professional athlete that has successfully made the transition into sales and sales leadership. So that'll be fun.
Oh, wonderful. Great. How can they get more information on that?
It's called Dynamic Disruption, and just Google it.
Awesome.
Great. Well, I'll tell our listeners this. I've known Marci for a number of years. She's tutored and helped my daughter get through high school and get my son into high school. Okay, and that was the latter was the bigger challenge. Believe me. And she knows her numbers. I love the fact that you give back to the community, because I've seen that. I've ridden in your fundraisers for Pedal the Cause down at the Bay Club, and so you do wonderful things for our community. So I recommend our listeners, if you have a need for commercial finance, call Marci. Give a phone number they can get a hold of you at.
858-522-1466.
Great.
Yay.
Hey, thanks for being with us. I look forward to getting together with you down there at Pacific Southwest and see what we can work up.
Great. Thanks, Barry.
Great. Thank you. This is Close Up on San Diego Business here on KCBQ, streaming live at AM1170, theanswer.com. Send us a tweet at CloseUpSD or just find our page on Facebook. You can always email me at Barry@CloseUpSanDiego.com. Let me know what you think. I'm your host, Barry Waxler. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.